Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. 3:19! 3:19!
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down. An
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And some room to maneuver. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep them momentum.
And now look at this. Big game, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Boswell's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Look at the spin. Able to slither by. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A handoff to Abdullah. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Here's Jackson. This is screen to Abdullah. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. The extra point up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Rudolph throwing on second down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Gone! Set! 3-19!
On second down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Abdullah. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Jackson to throw on second down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Abdullah. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone. Gone.
To throw on second down, Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone. Some
good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A toss to Abdullah. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hayden Hurst with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Jackson now, looking to throw on 2nd down. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. begin the drive with Abdullah. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Now Jackson on second down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff for Dixon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them, it's still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They stay on the ground with Dixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Right. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10. A give to Bell. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Robert Foster, 95 yards. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This time it's Abdullah. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Gone! Over!
On 3rd down, Abdullah. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Baltimore, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland.